Solo snow camping can be a ton of work, and while performing this work, I might have broke my truck, but I'm not exactly sure yet. Either way, I finally found some powder in the Pacific Northwest, tested out some new gear, and made my son very happy. There we go. Look at that. I am 99% sure that I have found an area on Onyx that I have access to that should have some snow in Washington. It's been a crappy winter, but my son and I are going up to the mountains. We're gonna test out some new gear and hopefully find a whole bunch of snow. The good news is we're very low and we're already seeing it peppered all around us. Chris, do you see the map? Yeah. We are about to go right under where we're trying to get to. So where we're trying to get to is straight up above us by about 2,500 feet. So 2,500 feet straight up above us right now is where we're gonna be trying to camp. Isn't that cool? My son's been coming on these trips with me since he was around 4, and now that he's getting closer and closer to 9, I'm gonna start giving him more responsibilities. I think that it'll help him grow into the next phase of life. Besides that, the dude loves to help, and so he's gonna be helping handle some camera duties on this trip. Are you ready to help me?
Yep.
So you're gonna hold it right here, okay, from this handle?
1 second.
Just like that. I'm already recording. All you have to do is look through that, and you can zoom in and out with this. See how that zooms? Can you get some footage of me airing down my tires? Zoom in on my fingers. I'm gonna air down. Chris is doing his best here. This is his first time handling like a real piece of camera gear, and we'll review the footage later and just talk about it. But one thing that I really admire about my son is he's got so much hell yeah energy. Just, you ask him, hey, do you want to go move a bunch of firewood? Hell yeah. Like, he's just always interested in helping. And even though, you know, he's got a long way to go to become a good cameraman, I just love that he's always willing. He doesn't fight me at all on anything like this, and he just wants to help Dad do stuff. But he's also still 8 and just wants to run next to my truck for no reason at all.
Okay, and Dad, I want to be running while you drive.
I thought you said you were gonna run. Here you go, get that energy out, boy.
Daddy,
what?
There might be Sasquatch at home.
Sasquatch is home? All right. You ready to get in?
A little bit more money.
All right, go ahead, run. Right now, our tire pressure is right in between 7 and 8 PSI. A little bit high for snow, but very reasonable and usable in snow. We've had a very strange year in terms of our snowfall, so I know I'm gonna be on some old hardpack. I know we've also gotten a little bit of the dusting throughout the last week, so it's gonna be a combination of fresh and then like super old. And the problem with super old is sometimes you can just skate right across it with lots of wheel speed, and sometimes wheel speed makes you just turn it into ice like almost instantly. So we're just gonna see what we come up against. We're at about 3,300 feet, and where we're gonna get to is gonna be somewhere just under 5,000. It's basically just a few big switchbacks. This gains elevation super fast, so we'll see how steep it gets. I have no idea. I haven't been up here in the winter, and the one time I've been here before, I don't hardly remember it at all. But the depth is increasing quick. I'm pretty optimistic that once we get above like 4,000 or so, I think that we're gonna actually be able to push this truck a little bit. Because so far this winter, it's just been so lame that we haven't been able to push it on the 42s the way I want to. It's on portables and 42s. If we had the same kind of snow we had last year, you know, I'd be able to go find mountains where we could just completely get buried and not even be able to make it to the top with this setup. And we might not find that today, but I still think that we're gonna be able to find a spot where I really have to drive this thing, and Chris and I are gonna have some fun. No way. It's slicker than it looks out there. So we'll start with a rear locker. See where we need to go from there. We'll just take her nice and slow. We need to air down more. Yeah, we're gonna have to go to real snow pressure. It is still moving though. Go front locker. All right, got air down. I want to make it super clear that these are not snow tires. Let me be more specific. These are not snow rated tires. In my circle, if you have a 42, any 42 is a snow tire, so that's why we're using a snow tire. But this is designed to be a mud terrain that is streetable, that is giant, and it's really good. And all the stuff is designed for, but I also think that these trail grapplers are killer for snow. And on this truck, they like about 3 PSI in the snow with the weight of this truck. So we're gonna go down to 3 and see if we can get a little farther before we set up camp.
That's really low, Daddy.
Isn't that low?
Yeah, they can make this truck small.
Here, get your camera up in there so people can see. There's 3.5 right there on the nose. So it'll put us right at about 3 once I put that in there. And again, these I know I keep talking about these. These Dirt Lifestyle low pressure gauges are super accurate for this kind of stuff. We've got them on our website. We've sold out twice, which is crazy. So I know a lot of you have been using them.
Oh, it just turned off?
Oh, the screen turned off, but it's still going.
Oh, okay.
If you tap the screen with your finger, it'll power back up. You see me again?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right, the difference between 7 PSI and 3 PSI. Come on, girl, pull yourself right out.
Are you gonna be doing that the whole way?
I don't think so. I hope not.
You better not.
I mean, we're still moving.
Say, it looks like you have a giant donut.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, the most biggest donut in the world.
All right, I'm gonna have to hit it with a little bit of gusto here.
Okay.
While we inch closer to the giant tree that I'm going to need to pull out of our way, I want to tell you about today's sponsor, and that is Wolfbox, and I'm going to get right to the point. After using a Wolfbox Dash camera for so many months on my Tacoma and Excursion, I feel like these should be standard equipment in all new vehicles. The extra visibility that it opens up is insane. The screen quality in this camera is really good, and for those of you that aren't familiar, what you're looking at it right now, it just looks like a rearview mirror. It's a dash camera, so it records like any sort of accidents that happen around you or anything like that. But on top of all that, it opens up so much visibility, as you can see here. And this model is the G900 Tri-Pro bumper version. That means that there's 3 cameras. We only installed 2 because I already had a front camera like on the front bumper that we had before I got the Wolfbox. But I will put some footage right now of the front camera on our Excursion. And if you watch the show enough to get to know me a little bit, you know that I only promote good products. This is not only a good product, but I'm excited to promote a product that can literally help 100% of the people who are watching this video. Everybody could benefit from a camera like this. It is phenomenal. And if you want to help support the channel, just click through our links for this kind of thing. So we've got a link for Wolfbox. Click through our link. It shows Wolfbox that we are worth investing in, and that makes it to where I can afford to go out and do this cool stuff. Thank you, Wolfbox, for sponsoring the video. Well, Chris?
1 second. What is it?
Come take a look at this with me.
Okay. Do I need to get out?
You might be able to just see through the windshield. There's a big old tree in the way.
Oh.
So the question is, do we move the big old tree or do we set up camp?
I don't think like here because it's a little dangerous and what's up for file. So I think we should make it out of the way. Push it.
Should we should do like I should grab the chainsaw and cut the tree?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
I'll help. Is that all cold?
Oh, this one has shoes. Okay. So
Can I go touch the icicles, Daddy?
Oh no. Dude, I got a massive hole in my snow boot.
Oh.
These are my favorite snow boots. I was like, why is my heel cold? These are the warmest boots ever. Dude, we're gonna need duct tape or something. Oof. No way. This ate through my battery really fast. Here's what I'm thinking. If I cut it on that side, maybe we can just pull it with a strap and it'll break in half. I don't have much battery left. I threw these batteries in the truck in October and I don't even remember if they were charged, and it is now the end of February, so they've been sitting for a long time. One is completely dead, the other one was half dead, and your battery-powered chainsaw is only as good as the batteries.
Go forward. I'll grab it. You can keep going. All right, stop.
So we're gonna try to do this with a little bit more muscle and see if we can break it in half. Surprise, surprise, I didn't cut enough out of the way to be able to break it in half, but we were at least able to finesse it out of the way and make it to where we can at least pass through. And I finally got a chance to look at these really cool icicles that Chris kept telling me about.
There you go, come here.
What's up? Oh, I feel it sinking. I feel it sinking. We are getting way up there though, and this will get wide enough we can basically camp wherever we want. Between the long wheelbase and like the weight balance between front and rear, this Tacoma has always floated pretty good in the snow. But now that we're on 42s, they're down to 3 psi and portals and all that, it makes it hard to make videos where you can demonstrate how challenging the snow was when you're in something that's built so over the top. So either way, we're playing with the house's money. I am feeling moments where it wants to dig and I'm able to finesse my way through. So we decided to just, instead of getting stuck, we're going to find camp, we're going to get set up, we're going to have some dinner, and then we'll continue on to the top of the mountain tomorrow. If you've watched any of my camping videos in the last year, you know that I swapped this whole truck over to electric, so no more propane for cooking. I had a little what I called an easy bake oven, and it was an air fryer. It was awesome, but it sucked to clean, and so it just would stay so much dirtier. I watch YouTube just like you guys do. I was watching Project Farm. He did a whole comparison in air fryers, and this is the one after all of his testing that he recommended. And after watching the video and watching all the tests, that I totally agree. Now I use this at home like every day, and I like it so much that I decided I'm gonna swap out the one that's in here for something that's a little better. This cooks so much faster than the other air fryer, and you just wipe it out. I don't know if you can see in there. Here, let me turn this on. This is just so much easier to clean because you can just wipe it all off when everything drips down in there. I love this air fryer. It has been phenomenal. And if you're new to air fryers, there's a few different things that are really nice about an air fryer. One, if you like steaks, it cooks about the best steak you can make, which I say that as someone who owns multiple smokers. I love smoking steaks, but dude, they come out so crispy in something like this. And I'm gonna be able to cook steak and grilled cheese sandwiches for my son at the same time, which is pretty sweet. This is gonna be cooking 450 for 10 minutes. This is my first time using the inverter with the truck on. I have a lot of battery in here and I usually don't need to. Tonight's gonna be really cold. I've got my son with me. And if I need to turn on our electric heat in the tent to keep him warm, I am not too proud to do that. We just discovered that Chris forgot his backpack with all of his extra clothes and stuff at home, which sucks. He was so excited for the trip, he was running around with his backpack on, and he left it at home. And it's got like a snow onesie and all this extra. But we got enough clothes that he'll be good. It's just a bummer for sure. So trying to keep that meltdown from happening. How you doing, buddy?
Good.
Yeah, are you gonna get out? Your grilled cheese will be done in 2 minutes.
Okay. And where we gonna eat it?
We can eat it wherever you want. I was gonna stand out here and eat, but if you want, we can eat in the truck. It's totally up to you. All right, big reveal. Look at those, dude.
Wow.
Those are good looking grilled cheese sandwiches.
Okay, I'm gonna have s'mores tonight.
Yeah, once we're done with dinner.
I get 2 s'mores.
You get 2 s'mores. They're hot though.
Okay.
You gotta be careful. Let them cool for a sec.
Is it gonna cover this light?
It is.
Oh. Will it be able to see through it? Light?
We'll be able to see through it a little bit, but not by a lot.
Oh. Well, I'm glad you have your headlamp.
Professor? Hello, Pikachu. And Mom. Oh, hi, honey.
I made a huge mistake last night and I'm very embarrassed about it. This is where I had all of my bedding and I was carrying it all out into the tent, handing it to Chris last night. I left this door open all night. I am so lucky that it only snowed a little. Holy cow. There's so much important electronics and stuff over here. Yep. Pre-made breakfast sandwiches. I took my daughter camping last week and I did this exact same scenario in the snow. I'm losing snow in the tent, not all my stuff. And all I did was just open them up, cook them for a bit, and then close them up and cook them for a bit, and it worked out awesome. So we're gonna do that. I was able to dry out the bulk of Chris's clothes, so we are good to go to the top of the mountain. That is the goal today. We're kind of on the top, but like we're not gonna gain much more elevation, but we have like a couple miles left till we reach the end of the top. So we're gonna gain a little bit more elevation and a lot more distance. And what's cool about that is even though we're not gonna go up much, because we're on like the crest, we should see substantially more drifts and like the deep stuff. So I'm very much looking forward to getting tires and snow and pushing this truck a little bit. I can feel something slipping big time. That is alarming.
Maybe
It's like I can feel it jerking, like pop, 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 pop. That's not normal, like tires and snow jerking. There's something going on with the truck. Okay. That sucks. We finally found the deep stuff where we're gonna have fun. Let's see, how far are we? As a crow flies, we're 1.3 miles from the top. Dude, I don't think we should risk it. I think we need to turn around, kiddo. I know. I don't know what could possibly be making that slipping sound. That's not good. We need to, like, inspect the truck.
we could do that now.
So transfer case is still shifting between 4 high and 4 low. There's 4 high. Let's see if we get it in 4 high. Oh yeah.
Oh, it's making it much better.
Dude, but can you feel and hear that?
Yeah.
That is not good. Okay. I'm gonna have to very carefully turn around so we don't load up on whatever is slipping. So here's my concern, buddy. If that's like something on one of the front wheels, something in the portal box, we might be in a situation where it might like give way and leave us stranded. So I think that we gotta go. I know, buddy.
I want to go to the top.
Me too, man. Well, how about I get turned around and then we still take our selfie together? Can we still take our selfie?
Yeah. Now put a picture of everyone.
All right, it's gonna be deep snow. Are you ready for it? Here we go.
Ready? Well, I'll go stand.
You're gonna stand right here.
Okay.
I'm gonna get down on your level. Should start printing automatically. Oh, yeah, print. Starting to print. You gotta get it out of the snow for it to print. We got this cool little attachment that prints whenever you take a selfie.
Oh, there you go. Oh, the yellow.
Is yellow. It goes back in, does the other colors. I gotta get in this truck. I'm getting hosed down here. Let me see it.
I love it a lot.
Good. Will it focus on us? There we go. Look at that. Picture of me and my boy. He wants to keep in a scrapbook. I could tell that this picture meant a lot to Chris, and it's crazy to say, but someone his age, someone who's working on 9 years old, his entire life has been, anytime he sees pictures, it's on a screen. It's digital. So the novelty of us taking a picture and then him getting to hold it in his hand is like a big deal. And I could see it and hear it in his voice that he really valued this trip. And it was such a good reminder to just get out and spend time with the people that are important to you. I don't recommend anyone go on a solo trip. I think it's super dangerous. I'm sure I'm going to get torpid comments for doing this, but I have multiple ways to communicate out if I was in a situation. I have multiple people I could call to come get me. I have multiple recovery vehicles at my house to come get me, and I could just call a friend to go pick one up. So I'm not as exposed as a lot of people would be if they went on a solo trip. But regardless, I think that the basic idea is find time to go out and do these trips, because it's not just important for you, it's important for the other people that you want to do them with. Oh, it's still on the rim. It's still on the rim. I noticed in my side mirror that the right rear tire had lost all of its air, and it dawned on me that this is probably the noise that I was hearing. It was like the shaking, slipping whenever things got loaded up. It was the wheel sliding around inside of the tire whenever it was under a load. I can't believe I didn't notice this. And whenever I look in the footage, there's multiple shots where you can see that right rear tire was completely deflated. What I should do on a trip like this is whenever I wake up from camping, I should just go kick all the tires and just make sure that since I'm running 3 PSI, one of them didn't just like leak out the rest of the air. And that's obviously what happened here. Regardless, I aired everything all the way back up to street pressure so we could just hit the road, but that means that I need to be mobbing pretty quickly down this hill so that I don't get stuck. And also, it's just going to be super fun. We officially made it to a road, buddy. Chris, did you have fun?
Yeah, lots of fun.
Do you want to go back out again with me before the winter's over?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for watching our little trip. Now I got to race home and edit this thing. We'll see you on the next one.